and their bodies are yet to be found. If you have any information regarding this gruesome crime, please contact your local police department.
In entertainment news, we have Sasha Sycamore at the local premiere of the new movie The Trip Home, based on the best-selling epic poem written by two teenagers from our very own El Segundo High School.
We have a real treat for you all tonight. We have the authors right here in our studio ready to talk about their book and answer your questions.
Hello! We're so excited to be here.
We are glad to have you. We have some questions here for you from your readers. Let's get started.
When you wrote The Trip Home, did you have any idea how popular it would become?
I really had no idea it would explode like this.
I think it really was all the characters that brought in all the readers.
How about you tell us more about these characters?
Well, first of all, there's Reese. Reese is the protagonist in this story. She spends most of the story looking for her missing best friend. She really is a very unique character. I mean, she's a bit of a bookworm. She's very much a klutz. And she just so happens to have bright blue hair.
Oh, hey, just like you, Penny.
You really think so?
Absolutely. Moving on.
This is the cat that plays Bennett. Bennett is the first creature that Reese encounters when she enters this new world. He's very calming and really lets her have a chance to look around and find out where she is. Also, if you look at the very beginning of the poem, you can see that Bennett is actually the muse that we call upon to help us tell the story.
And then there's Cooper, who's basically missing for most of the story. He is the friend Reese is searching for. He's a track star who coincidentally spends the majority of his time on screen running.
And finally, there's Henry. Henry is the new friend that Reese makes when she stumbles into this mysterious world. He manages to be even clumsier than she is.
We actually wrote this epic poem a few years ago as an English project when we were studying Homer's epic poems, the Iliad and the Odyssey.
Some of our inspiration actually came from those stories and how Odysseus struggled to get home while he was in a place he had never been before.
Thank you, Alex. Now, girls, I see how the trip home connects to the past, but does your story relate to the world today? Well, Henry's world was being torn apart by fighting political parties who refused to compromise on important matters.
These parties had turned to fighting for power as opposed to fighting for what was best for the people.
And I think we can all agree that hits home pretty hard right now. And for our last question, what would you like your readers to take away from the trip home?
The trip home is really about recognizing the comfort of home and always returning to where you feel safe.
Well, there really is no place like home.
Thank you so much for joining us today. We hope to see you again soon.
The Trip Home features a star-studded cast, including
action-packed movie is filled with intense arguments, sights that will intrigue you, and lots of tripping.
This well-beloved story begins as two best friends, Cooper and Reese, take a wrong turn while driving through a campground.
The two friends get lost and their car breaks down.
Oh, those poor kids. I hate it when that happens.
That's happened to you before?
Yeah, all the time.
Anyways, their car breaks down and Cooper jumps out of their car and runs into the forest.
The reason he's running off is actually quite interesting. He's being chased by a wolf. particular, has been sent out to get him. He's being chased by a wolf on a mission.
This is getting exciting. What happens next?
You are absolutely right, Sasha. This really is a riveting chase. As they are both running through the woods, Reese trips on a fallen log and loses Cooper.
What a shocking turn of events.
It really is, Oliver. Hey, Sasha, guess how many times someone trips in this film? You know, I was about to guess 15, but we're both just gonna have to wait and see.
Alright, we get it. They're really clumsy. Let's just get on with the movie.
You're right, Oliver. Back on track. After her none too graceful sprint, Reese finds herself in a world she has never seen before. She literally tripped and fell into another world.
Exactly. Now this world, think of it as a mix of Narnia and The Wizard of Oz.
That is the best description of this place I have ever heard, Oliver. This place looks normal on the surface, but when you dig a little deeper, there are actually a bunch of little differences.
Next, Reese manages to make a new friend while disoriented. A cat named Bennett, who just so happens to have eyes like a human's.
Creepy. But Bennett isn't the only friend Reese makes that day. Cue Vincent Martini Marcel making his silver screen debut.
Now, because the story is based around Reese and Henry trying to find Cooper in this different world, it could also be considered a mix of Narnia, The Wizard of Oz, and The Hangover.
Oliver! This movie is based off a book written by two teenage girls. I don't think they would have seen that last movie. I hope.
Moving on.
Alright, back to the movie. Reese and Henry continue their journey in this strange world, where they see all sorts of new and weird things they've never seen before. Unique and interesting looking people, weird landmarks that stick up at all angles, and even parts of the nearby town.
Of course, Henry's not new to any of this. He sees it every day. People with pale blue skin and strange colored hair and even a kid with a tail are everyday occurrences for him.
Wow. On this journey, Henry reveals the conflicts of his world, why the wolf was chasing Cooper, and how the outsider's sudden appearance have caused a lot of conflict in his home. Speaking of Cooper, you would not believe where he has been this whole time.
Sasha's right, Penny. If people want to know how the story ends, they will just have to read it themselves.
Or they could just see the movie.
And this is all the time we have this evening. We leave you with some of the bloopers from the film to help you get a better idea of what great people these actors were. Have a wonderful night, and to everyone at the premiere, enjoy the movie.